One of my clients forgot who I was, and it changed the way I look at everything about getting older. His name is Ben, and I've been training people over 50 for a long time now. And somewhere along the way, without really planning it, the work changed. It stopped being about sets and reps. Ben came to me about 3 years ago. A former Army colonel, commanded troops, had an office in the Pentagon, decorated career, sharp mind, strong man. He also had frontal lobe dementia. I trained him once a week. His wife Tess would come in right after his session, and I trained her too. And during that transition time between the two of them, we were able to check in and compare notes. She'd tell me how things were going at home, and I would tell her how he was handling the workouts. My wife and I went to their home for dinner. We became friends. His home office was filled with Star Trek books and memorabilia. I grew up loving that show too, and I used it to discuss episodes and then to engage him. We would discuss what we thought Gene Roddenberry was trying to tell us about humanity in each show. And that's not supposed to happen, but sometimes it just does. Over 3 years, I watched Ben go from occasionally struggling to find a word to being unable to form a full sentence. I started to learn to frame my questions a little less complicated. There was no more moral or philosophical discussions. He went from counting reps to not being able to count at all, from pushing real weight in the gym to having me have to watch every movement because the equipment had started to become unfamiliar to him and unsafe. As the disease progressed, he became more reliant on Tess, and he wouldn't sit and wait while I had a session with her anymore, which meant she had to stop training, which meant I lost my window into what was happening at home. So several weeks ago, I made the call that I had been dreading. I called Tess and I told her I needed to talk about stopping the sessions for his safety. She paused and then she told me something I wasn't really ready to hear. She said that every single morning when Ben wakes up, the first thing he asks her, the very first thing, is whether it's a TR day or not. I hung up the phone, I sat in my office, and I cried that day. Ben was born a few weeks before I was, in 1963. He's not an old man, he is my age, and he was my friend, and he doesn't know me anymore. I had four other clients. I have four other clients right now in various stages of dementia, and what I have learned, what this work has taught me that no certification ever could, is that the job stopped being about physical training a long time ago. It became about helping people maintain their dignity, keep them from falling, helping them stay independent a little bit longer, giving them one thing in their week that feels like it's theirs. For Ben, that was a TR day. For that moment in time in the gym, the world made sense to him. He lifted the weight, he felt his body move, and he was confident because he had control over something. And that's what led me to build something I didn't expect to build. It's not a fitness program, not another training guide, but something for the moments when the weights don't matter anymore. I created a simple activity book built around memories people still have access to, the music, the food, the places, the life that they lived. And every page is designed to start a conversation, not just to test memory, but to bring it back into life, if even only for just a minute. I wrote it because I didn't know what else to do. So to clarify, exercise, mental engagement, staying connected, none of these things are going to prevent dementia. They're not a cure. They're not a guarantee. Ben did everything right. He was strong. He showed up. He worked hard. And it didn't stop what happened to him anyway. Nobody chooses this disease and nobody earns it. And if someone you love is going through this right now, nothing they did caused it. But what I do know from watching this up close is that the things that matter are in the margins. And at the margins is where the quality of life lives. So the people who do the best, who hold on the longest, are the ones who stay physically active, who stay mentally engaged, who stay connected to other people, who have something to look forward to. And that's not just my opinion. There's research to back that up. Sleep deprivation accelerates cognitive decline faster than almost anything else. Isolation does too. But mental engagement, like puzzles or conversation, family memories, those can reach parts of the brain that nothing else can get to. This is biology, and it overlaps with what I talk about on this channel. The enemy is the same. The solution is largely the same. Move, engage, stay connected, sleep. In the end, we're all just passing through. The brain is a machine. it will break down. But the mind, the memories, the connection, the feeling of being known, that's something deeper. And that's the part that needs protecting. So if I can leave you with only one thought, you're watching this channel because you care about your health. You want to stay strong. You want to stay independent. But strength isn't just what you can lift. Independence isn't just about your knees or your balance. The goal after 50, the real goal, is to protect everything, body and brain together. For Ben, it was too late to start early, but for you, it isn't. Take it seriously. Start now. Challenge your body, challenge your mind, learn something new every day. Thanks for listening to my rant, and I'll see you guys next week.